Do you think voting matters at all? And if you were eligible to vote in Canada, who would you vote for and why?
In my opinion, voting does matter a lot and everyone should vote. And if I were a Canadian citizen, I would definitely vote for Justin Trudeau because he has done a lot for international students and immigrants. So keeping myself in mind, for my good, for my own good, I would definitely vote for him.
Well, it depends on who you're actually voting for and the party you're voting for. Well, I did my own research, and I personally am going to vote Liberal because basically I personally come from a low socioeconomic household, and I feel like it'd be more beneficial towards me and other people because they give us basically they give us the OSAP, they help us out as students, and I feel like it cares about our future because that's the whole point. Like basically they help us now so that we can be beneficial to the country in the future.
Honestly, I think a huge part of the students are international students, and they should be concerned with what course the election is going to be heading in, because a big part of it is the changing immigration policies, which is something a lot of students keep in mind when they come to study to Canada. And yeah, I think that's a big consequence of where the elections are going to be heading in the future.
Thank you. And since you're an international student, you're not eligible to vote in Canada yet. But if you were eligible, who would you vote for and why?
I think it would be the Liberals, because even though they've gone a little overboard with the promises they've made and some of it has been unfulfilled, it's just that they have been doing more good than kind of like the negative effects that they've had leading the country into whatever direction it has been led in the past couple of years, and that's why I think I would stick with those.
I basically just see like the major headlines in the news, and I don't like look too much in depth, but I see definitely the biggest like scandals, like recently with Justin Trudeau, the whole blackface or brownface thing, and like SNC Lavalin. But I'd say my values mostly align with the Liberals, but it seems like all the main candidates have some major knocks against them. I'm not really sure who I'd vote for if I were to vote.
I think that voting is important, especially for students, because if they have like the chance to vote for a person who can change their life or like the quality of their life, or for example for like international students, maybe like bring down the prices for them, especially because I know they're paying like double or like triple the amount of domestic students, so I think it's important for that kind of purpose. And yeah.
So you have definitely heard about the Trudeau scandal with the brown face pictures, and what do you think about this? Like, is it going to affect his political campaign, his election campaign, and if he's still trustworthy after that?
Seeing the reaction of the Canadians, I think it will affect his election campaigns, and I don't think this should matter that much because that's something what he did when he was young, and he must have matured.
Honestly, I don't know anyone who hasn't heard of the Trudeau brownface thing. I mean, it was put on Six Buzz and everything. I know that like a lot of this does happen with candidates. Like people will like buy photos of like, let's say like people like Doug Ford. I don't know if it was actually done, but like people will like buy photos or like sell their photos just to actually make something real. But that is not like what Trudeau did back then, like, is wrong, and I think he's mentioned that, but also he has to like stick with what he says and how to change that. So I do think he mentioned a lot about like what his father taught him to do like growing up, but like I don't know, like just a photo doesn't really tell us who to vote for.
Yeah, he's still trustworthy, even though that did end up leading to a couple of really funny memes on social media. But I think like everybody has a past, and I don't think what he did in the past and isolated incidents like that determine who he is as a person. And I think, yeah, I don't think that makes his credibility questionable in any way.
Thank you so much.